people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was good.
After the biggest win and the biggest payday of his entire life against Canelo Alvarez, most fighters would have taken a victory lap. They'd buy the yachts, the mansions, and disappear for a well-earned vacation. But Terence "Bud" Crawford isn't most fighters. At 38 years old, an age when legends usually start slowing down or cashing out, Crawford is already hunting again. And his new target? It's left the boxing world absolutely stunned. He's not chasing another superstar for a massive payday. He's calling out a 160-pound killer that many believe is even more dangerous than Canelo ever was. And it all started with what looked like a mistake, a slip-up that nobody in boxing actually believed was accidental.
Now, Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you don't know, he's at the WBO convention out there at Bogota, Colombia.
I'm here in Bogota, Colombia, celebrating the WBO's 38-year convention.
You know what? Put a pin in that. The WBO convention. Who's the middleweight WBO champion? Janibek. Let me just stop you guys from even thinking about it. Janibek is the unified WBO and IBF champion. Now, Terence "Bud" Crawford is at the damn convention.
Just weeks after dismantling Canelo, Crawford showed up in Bogota, Colombia for the 2025 WBO convention. He was relaxed, filming his Instagram story like any other champ. The camera panned across a big digital screen displaying the WBO's champions. First came Crawford himself, celebrated as the undisputed super middleweight king. Then, for a split second, the screen flipped to the next champion, WBO and IBF middleweight king Janibek Alimkhanuly. And instantly, Crawford jerked the camera away, like he'd just shown something he shouldn't have.
Y'all done slipped up, bull jiving, and leaked some shit. Bull jiving. Listen, I was born at night, not last night. And for Terence Crawford, for you to film that by accident, just trying to show your face, and then Janibek show you trying to turn quick, brother, you blew it. Link.
It was weird, too fast, too deliberate. Fans noticed instantly. Did Bud just leak his next move? The clip went viral, and within hours, things got even crazier. A new video surfaced, this one intentional. Crawford, fist raised, stared directly into the lens. A voice beside him shouted, "Hey, Janibek, we're coming for you next December 6th. What are you gonna do?" Then Crawford leaned in and dropped the line that confirmed everything: the hunt was on.
Johnny, we're here next. Looking for you. Looking for December 6th, how you gonna do it?
I got my eyes on you, Janibek. Good luck.
It was weird, too fast, too deliberate. Fans noticed instantly. Did Bud just leak his next move? The clip went viral, and within hours, things got even crazier. Janibek didn't waste time. He reposted the clip of that accidental leak with a chilling two-word caption, "No problem." Then, after Crawford's call-out video, he doubled down, posting it again with two more words, "Thank you, bro." The speculation was over. The fuse was officially lit.
Listen, Terence "Bud" Crawford accidentally leaked him versus Janibek. Now, we all know that Janibek has a fight coming up, I think in December against Lara. That's a hard fight. And that is going to be for unification, because Lara is a WBA champion. So you got the WBO title, IBF title, and the WBA title all on the damn line. I'm pretty sure Terence "Bud" Crawford, with this leak, is looking forward to fighting the winner. And I think the WBO is leaning towards Janibek because that's their champion. It all makes sense to me. I think I got Lara winning that fight. But if he doesn't, I get it. Janibek, he's a tough cookie, undefeated, right? The Southpaw. I think they both Southpaws. Well, listen, correct me if I'm wrong. But Terence "Bud" Crawford in line to fight them. You know he fights once a year, all right? So he's going to let them hash it out in December, and he's going to go ahead and fight 2026. It's leaked. It's leaked.
So who exactly is Janibek Alimkhanuly, the man who just caught the attention of boxing's pound-for-pound king? To casual fans, the name might not ring a bell. But to hardcore boxing insiders, Qazaq Style is one of the most feared and avoided men in the sport.
Boxing Doctor news, hold up, boxing fans. The middleweight division just got spicy. Janibek Alimkhanuly, the IBF and WBO champ, is calling out Terence Crawford. Yeah, you heard that right. Crawford's fresh off his win against Canelo, but Janibek's not impressed. He's ready to rumble if Crawford drops to 160. But here's the tea. Experts are saying this might be Crawford's toughest fight yet. Janibek's young, he's hungry, and he hits like a truck. Crawford's got options, but they're all risky.
An undefeated Qazaq southpaw. 17 wins. 12 knockouts. No losses. The unified WBO and IBF middleweight champion. Janibek doesn't just beat opponents, he breaks them. In boxing circles, he's described with one word, banger.
I love me some Crawford, man. Y'all already know what time it is. But hey, I gotta call a spade a damn spade. Janibek ain't nothing to mess with. He cold. Yeah, southpaw, you don't know much about him. That's fine. You ain't gotta know much about him. But I'm here to tell you. Speed, power, size, your IQ, defense, offense. Dude is cold, man. Footwork, angles, shoot, power in both hands. He a killer. That's what he is. He a damn killer, man, you know? So, I mean, look, if Crawford go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy. Now, it might not be no marquee name and a name that the whole world will know, but everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness because he's a mega star now. He's the star now, right?
And make no mistake, Janibek isn't intimidated. He fired back publicly, saying Crawford could wait his turn. I'll beat Lara and Adams first, take all 4 belts, then he can prepare for me. Calling this man out isn't a tune-up or a payday. It's a high-risk, no-reward challenge, the kind only Crawford would take. But that's when fans started realizing there's a method to the madness. This wasn't random. This was 4D chess.
Terence Bud Crawford is going for 4-time undisputed. That is diabolical. That is unheard. 3-time undisputed is ridiculous, okay, for the men. But 4-time undisputed is just damn unheard of. The closest thing to that, and I'm talking about 4-time undisputed in 4 different weight classes. The closest thing to that would have to be, I would think, Manny Pacquiao being lineal champion in 5 divisions. And lineal and undisputed is kind of the same thing. I mean, as far as undisputed is collected, lineal is the man who beat the man who beat the man. Many times, if you're undisputed, you beat the man, right? So, okay, how about this? Terence Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez, he beat the lineal champion who happens to be undisputed. The difference is when you collect all the titles, right? Like he did at 140. When you're collecting the titles, that's a bit different because now you're not just fighting the lineal champion, but you're fighting the top guys. Terence Bud Crawford doing that is honestly more diabolical than even Manny Pacquiao.
Here's the key, the date Crawford mentioned, December 6th. That's when Janibek faces WBA champion Arislandi Lara in a massive unification bout. The winner will walk away holding 3 of the 4 major middleweight belts, WBA, WBO, and IBF. Crawford's plan? Wait for them to destroy each other, then swoop in to challenge the winner and collect all 3 belts in one fight. After that, only one man would remain, WBC champion Carlos Adams. Crawford's mission isn't just another title, it's immortality. He wants to become the first boxer in the 4-belt era, male or female, to become undisputed in 4 different weight classes.
160 to go 168, meaning that this guy I think he beats the winner between Lara and Janibek. And the next champion, the WBC champion, is Carlos Adames. And I think the toughest bout for Bud Crawford would be the winner between Lara and Janibek. He fights Carlos Adames. To me, I think that's an easier, no disrespect to Carlos Adames, but I think that's an easier win for.
It's brilliant, but borderline insane. And experts are already sounding the alarm. Veteran trainer Andre Rozier didn't sugarcoat it. He warned Janibek would give Crawford a tougher fight than Canelo Alvarez did. Let that sink in.
Do you see any of those guys, maybe particularly Janibek because he's had 3 belts, do you see him as a real threat to Terence Crawford?
Janibek is a tough guy, but he doesn't fight enough. He's not fighting enough. you gotta earn those skills. I love how he fights. He's big, he's strong, he's precise. And I think he might be going to 168. So with all of that being said, hey, listen, we got some things on the table that could really pan out to be fantastic fights.
Do you think that Janibek would be Crawford's toughest fight? Like tougher than Canelo, tougher than a few of those other guys?
I believe he honestly could be, and I think that he is big, strong, and poised, and that's going to be a problem.
A man who just dominated a legend 2 weight classes above him is now being told that his next, smaller opponent might be even more dangerous. Janibek is a natural middleweight in his prime, a slick, sharp, powerful southpaw. It's a nightmare matchup. And this isn't a victory lap for Crawford, it might be the riskiest move of his entire career. A true 50-50 fight. A monster everyone else avoided, but Crawford is running toward. Why?
I'm never really going to give my full respect until afterwards. Yes, you know, it's a lot of people that's changing their narrative. Like, man, y'all watching something great right now, and we not appreciating it. And it's sad to say that we waking up at the tail end of his career. You know, we really didn't realize it until now when he's like doing extraordinary stuff, like going up 2 weight classes to fight the best fighter in that division, the #1 guy that's the face of boxing, you know. And the way that I handled that, people like, oh man, something had to be wrong. Canelo had to be washed, or Canelo just wasn't in it. I see people saying, oh, Turkey paid for Canelo to lose, you know. So I just think, you know, when you that much better than the competition, you know, people not going to give you credit until they sit down and look at it and just be like, man, that dude was good.
Because Bud Crawford has spent his entire career feeling disrespected. Every time he dominates, critics move the goalpost. When he beat Spence, they said Spence was drained. When he beat Canelo, they said Canelo was washed.
You know, when you look at it, it's still excuses. Like I said before the fight, you know, every one of my biggest fights, I say, I'm gonna be prepared for the excuses. When you so great and you so much ahead of your competition, you know, they look at the fighters that you fight and say they nobodies because how much you beat them by, or the level of skills that you know, oppose against them. So when I fight this guy, it's all he was a nobody. When I fight this guy, all he was washed. When I fight this guy, it's an excuse, you know. So who you want me to fight? I beat this guy, it's an excuse. I beat this guy, you know, he's too young or whatever. So
this next move? It's checkmate. It's not about money. It's about legacy, one so undeniable that no critic, no analyst, no excuse can ever tarnish it again. By skipping a division and hunting the most avoided fighter at 160, Crawford is chasing something beyond belts. He's carving out a record that may never be broken. The trap is set. History is waiting.
As his trainer, do you feel like he should just sail off into the sunset after this monumental
well,
win?
You know what? He made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Got 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
Terence Crawford has revealed his plan to the world. He's not chasing fame, he's chasing forever. But in calling out the Qazaq boogeyman in willingly walking into the fire. The question now is, has Crawford set the trap for history, or for himself?
Last question. If Crawford was to go down there, beat Janibek, beat Carlos Adames, become an unprecedented 4-division undefeated champion, where exactly would that put him in history?
Right up there with the very best. Honestly, right up there with the very best.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss what's next. Drop your thoughts in the comments.